Hi.
Welcome to our podcast from us to you. I'm Erin.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is where we talk about all things yarn, knitting, crocheting, anything else that we want to talk about.
All things yarny.
But welcome to our podcast. If you're here, I'm super glad that you're joining us. And we're super excited you're here. So first thing to get started off with, we're going to get started on our finished projects.
Yes,
so,
and
Rachel,
we have some. We have some this week.
Yes.
Yay!
So Rachel actually has a bunch. She's been working super hard this week. What you got?
I got several things. So I'm preparing for a small little market. It's my first one ever for the fall. And so I thought I would make up these pacifier clips and some wristlets, which you have a wristlet.
Yes, and I love my wristlet.
I like them. They go on your wrist.
That's
like
exactly the color I have.
Yeah. I gave her one for her birthday. And so I'm making these up for market. I've got the metal clipped ones, which I like for little bitty babies because they don't pull on their shirt too much. They're not as heavy. Whereas these wooden ones I really like because they're sturdy for older babes. Especially the ones that like to put things in their mouth. But they are a little heavier, and so they're better for kids that are a little bit older, like 1 year old.
Yes.
Or 9 months when they start walking, because it just fits better. So I've got those, and I've been doing some fall themed colors. And I wanted to show this particularly because she's the one who dyed the yarn for this batch for me. I said, Erin, please, will you do some, this is one of my favorite colors, and obviously. And so I asked her to dye up some cotton yarn for me because I was having a hard time finding exactly what I wanted. And so that's what I did. The pattern I absolutely love, so I want to talk about that for a second. Okay. It's by Christina Ann Studios. You can find her on Etsy and on Instagram. And I really like her patterns. They're easy to follow, and I just really enjoy them. They're fast makes and perfect for just a little market, I feel like. And the wristlets do really well in my Etsy because they work. Especially if you're somebody who always carries a whole bunch of stuff. Me as a mama, having to carry my keys can be hard when you've got the kid and all of that. And then also this end is just long enough that you can actually stick it down into your pocket and have your keys poking out, and it's not going to, the weight of your keys shouldn't drag it out, and you can just kind of keep it. I also will sometimes put this through my belt loop and tag my keys on. So it's a great pattern, and I really enjoy her work, so I wanted to give her a shout out too. So I did those fall themes, but then I got on a tangent this week, and I have no idea what's gotten into me, but I have been all about all things lemonade vibe colors, and I don't know why. I chalk it up to summer. I don't even drink lemonade, so I don't know what's going on with that. But so I did a set that is pink lemonade. So and these I do one of the smaller size with the metal clip for a younger baby, and then an older size for an older baby. And then I sell these as a set for $10. And I've sold several of these sets before. And I just think it's nice. Plus this is Hobby Lobby's brand, and it's a little bit softer for those little babies. And then this one's what's that brand? It's like a real dishcloth. It's really sturdy. And it just allows for more wear and tear.
Yes.
For the older ones. So it's really thought out, the reason why I picked the yarns that I do for them. And this one's like a blueberry set. Blueberry lemonade. And I just really have enjoyed.
I love all the colors.
And you'll see here in a minute on what I'm working on. Lemonade has been the theme for this week. And I have no idea why. I really don't. So.
Because it's summer.
I guess so. And I just love the colors, and it's bright and it's fun. But the market stuff is coming along. And then I finished with I've been doing the sock along, basically, the summer sock camp 2021 by Kay Litton of the Crazy Sock Lady. And I finished my first pair, and it's not even the pair that I had started last week. I had to take a break. I got a little ADD on that one. And I was like, I need something different that I can feel like I've got a completed.
Yes.
So, because those other ones have a long leg because they're for Eric, and I always felt like it was just the sock that would never end. I'm still on the first sock on that one, so I just need something for morale. So I discovered this beautiful sock color. I'm just obsessed with it. By Tink and Bobble. She's the one who pointed me to. I follow her on Instagram, and she found this sock by Crochet Socks.
Yes.
Sock yarns or whatever, and it's the color Mid-Century Modern. And so I haven't even blocked them yet. I just put them right on my feet as soon as I finished them last night. I was so excited. So I'm sure there's dog hair because I have a dog. And the very first one even had a perfect little heel contrasting color that was perfect. That was not planned. And I was able to, you do have to buy 2 skeins of yarn because it's only sold in 50-gram sets, or 50-gram skein. And so I pulled off a little bit of the second one, and I was guessing, and I guessed pretty accurately, because I was able to get the sock color to match up for the most part all the way down the sock.
Super cool.
The striping's pretty matchy, and I was pretty excited about that. I've never tried to do that before. And so I felt a little bit accomplished.
Awesome.
This has rejuvenated my faith in being able to finish a sock. So hopefully I'll actually get Eric's socks.
That's awesome.
Like at least one done. I've already got another sock yarn picked out for some shorty socks. I think that I'm kind of obsessed with the shorty sock. So that's kind of where my headspace is. And then this little lady is something that I just finished. It's a little lovey bunny.
Super
A little red, white, and blue one. And she's got a little heart detail that I crocheted and sewed on applique. And she's got these little floppy ears. And they're soft. She's just soft. And then I did make it baby safe by embroidering the eyes and the cheeks. And then her little nose and mouth. And I just find her, and then of course I did the little bow. I had 4th of July on my mind. And so I did a little bow for her. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm just tickled pink with how she came out. This is my own pattern. I have not written one up yet. I've had a few people ask me for a pattern on Instagram, and I started to write a pattern just for myself to follow along, but it's a little intense making sure that it's legible for other people. And as a teacher, I'm not actively teaching right now, but that's kind of my forte, is lesson planning.
Yeah.
And so to write a lesson plan is kind of like writing a pattern, but I'm also a perfectionist. And so for something, if I were going to sell a pattern, I would want it to have really good detailed pictures, and the blank is just one part of it, and that's the part that I've been working out to be able to write a pattern for. The bunny ears and head, that's a whole nother section of a pattern. So it's going to be a long work in progress. Right now it's just for me, but I might write one. I have plans for the future to write one up. If you're interested in that, comment below, because I really am interested if there's even any interest in that, because I don't want to do all the work if nobody's interested in that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I got going on, and I feel happy with that.
I think they're awesome.
So I'm really excited to see what you've done. She showed me a sneak peek, but I haven't really looked into it because I was like, save my reactions for you all. I was like, save it, don't tell me. I was like, don't show me.
So I've been busy this week dyeing up some yarn. My yarn finally came in the mail. And I ordered this yarn
I'm so excited.
off of Etsy. And this is what it looks like, just plain. And this is from Dyer Supply on Etsy. And this first one is a sparkle sock yarn. And
is this the same one that you used for the ones that you dyed for me?
Yes.
Or not for me. I took them and bought them.
I would have given them to you. Like,
No.
awesome.
No.
This
Good work.
is
This deserves to be bought.
sparkle yarn, and this yarn is 70% superwash merino wool, 20% nylon, and 10% silver stellina. And I have to say, I'm obsessed with this yarn right now.
So this is the second time you bought from this supplier, right?
Yes, and I love them.
I'm really impressed with what you've done with that yarn, and it's so soft. And just making those socks for Sarah, those of you who were here last week, the socks that I finished for Sarah,
Yes.
we're using that yarn. And it's just super, super soft and pretty.
Okay, this one, thank you for saying that, by the way.
You're welcome.
This one is also from Dyer Supply, and this is an 80-20 blend. This is merino nylon fingering weight yarn. It's 80% superwash merino wool and 20% nylon. And this yarn, I have to say, is one of the softest yarns I have ever worked with.
Now, can I feel?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes. She nice.
And
She real nice.
this is the first time I bought this yarn from Dyer Supply.
I like it.
And the one thing that I've always heard is 80-20 blend will take up dye super fast.
Okay. So have you found that to be true?
It's totally true.
Is it true?
So that's what came in the mail, and I'll show you what I have done with it. This is the sparkle sock yarn.
Oh, I love it so much.
And this one, as you guys know, I name most of my
Look at
yarns
the sparkle.
after Taylor Swift songs. And this one is called Cornelia Street. And this is one of my favorite yarns.
Now, is that going to be a theme for all of your yarns that you're dyeing? It's just Taylor
For
Swift themed?
right now, yes.
Could be like Breaking Back. There's a
Yes.
Breaking Yarn. Is that what it is?
Breaking yarn.
Breaking Yarn. She's on you. She's got her own channel, and I'm friends with her on Instagram. And I love the theming of
Yes.
yarns and things. I'm kind of obsessed with that nicheness of it.
Yes.
And I thought, okay,
Well,
I could get behind
and
a good Taylor Swift themed
I'm having
yarn.
so much fun picking out the names for
Yeah?
these yarns.
So how did you come up with that for Cornelia Street? Why did you name it that?
So this just, I don't know, it just seems like something that sounds like her song. It's fun and just upbeat, and I thought this reminds me of that song.
Perfect. Love it. I love that
this
purple.
one I named Betty,
Oh
and
my
this
gosh,
is the
it's so pretty.
80-20
Look
blend.
at all the colors in there.
And
Ah.
this yarn.
Now this is the second yarn that you were showing us that was the
Yes.
naked, like
this
the
is
naked yarn
80-20 sock blend.
that you said took up color super well. And I can
And
see.
This.
Can I see?
Yes.
While you're talking about it. So this was
yarn,
what?
This yarn will make really, really nice socks because you want that nylon in there so that the yarn
Super
can
soft.
stretch,
Yes.
and then when they're washed, go back.
I love it.
And it's super washed, so you can wash
I
it.
just love this right in here.
I know. I'm super happy with it.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And this one's name is Betty,
Betty.
after Taylor Swift.
I don't know that song. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, I remember that one now.
And then I dyed up some more of the
Lover.
Lover color.
I just
And
love
this
it.
is both in the sparkle sock yarn and the 80-20 blend.
Oh my gosh. Now, tell me, which one was your favorite to dye up? I feel like this one's fun just because you throw all the color at it.
It's fun.
Now,
but
this one's not sparkle, is it?
It's not sparkle.
This is the 80-20 base.
That's the 80-20. And honestly, this color is the most stressful because you want to
Okay.
get the color
Placement
combinations
just right. And this is the sparkle, which is what I had.
Yeah.
I love these little bits of wonderful right in here. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've seen
And
hers.
this is what the Lover looks like knitted up. Rachel knitted this test sock for me. And
so wonderfully
I love
given
it.
to you
I
from
love
my
it.
mistake sock.
And I just love how it turned out. The knitting is beautiful. So that's the Lover color.
I love these.
And
I love
then
the Lover.
This one I named Willow, and this is the 80-20 blend. I'm really
Very
enjoying
pretty.
this 80-20 blend.
So you'll definitely be getting more of that.
Yes, it's.
I think this willow would look so pretty with a nice pinky red for Christmas socks.
Ooh, yes.
Or Christmas something.
I will say the 80-20 blend, it's
Like a minty
it had
Christmas
like kind
theme.
of a learning curve,
Really
just because it takes up dye so quickly.
faster than what you
And
have
then
been working
the
with.
sparkle sock yarn, you have a little bit more give with it, but they're both super fun to dye up.
Look at this. Ah!
And
Sorry, I'm
all-
fangirling over your stuff over here.
All of these colors I'm gonna have on my Etsy
How do you
shop.
not like cast on as soon as you like dye it? I have like 60 things going at one time. I have
Well,
no
Because I
self-control.
want to dye more. You see, I have 2 or 3
Okay.
skeins left to
Right.
dye, and I'm like saving them, trying to
Decide.
ponder on colors. Because
Yeah.
that's what I love, is all the colors.
Yeah.
But
What color are you leaning towards for your next?
for the next one,
Or what Taylor Swift? Like, do you
um,
pick your Taylor Swift song ahead of time, or do you
No, I
dye
do
it
it
and then
after.
pick your?
I just dye it and then see what I'm feeling and
Yeah.
then name it. But for the next sock I'm feeling, I want to do sort of a chartreuse color and purpley
Oh, that'll be fun.
with aqua.
Ooh, I
like,
can't wait to see how that
Throwing
turns out.
those oddball colors out there.
Yeah.
But I thought those would make some pretty socks.
Oh, absolutely.
But these
That's
are all
exciting.
going to be on my Etsy shop here soon.
If I don't
So-
get them first.
Those will be coming your way. And then,
No, I'm seriously gonna go bankrupt because I just love all yours. You make so much.
so
Beautiful.
that's what I have. So yeah. What are you working on now?
Okay, so I'm kind of enjoying the Lovey Bunnies. I think it gives me a fix of kind of, for me, a little bit of mindless crochet. There is a pattern involved, but it's my pattern, so there's not a lot of stress there. And I'm able to retain that a little bit more. And then also the amigurumi part of it, or the character making part of it, is fun because, like, with the face of this finished object that I did, I enjoy just coming up with different faces and whatever speaks to me with the colors that are there. And so I have really enjoyed that. It kind of gives me a little bit of artistic expression in that. And so I told you I've gone headstrong into the lemonade thing.
Yeah.
I had this yarn by Yarn Bee, and it's the Sugar Wheel Crocus and Focus. This is totally backwards for you, but that way you can see the label. It's a number 4 weight yarn, and that is what I'm using for these little Lovey Bunnies. And this one, it just screamed lemonade to me, and I bought this one a while back, and I just love the colors. I love that golden yellow. It's not like a bright, I mean, I do like the lemon yellow, but this, I just feel like it's pink lemonade all through and through.
Yeah.
What I wasn't crazy about, which is not going to matter, is just this little bit of yellow to start it off. But I knew once I do the little Lovey Bunny's head to it, that's going to go away. Like, you won't be able to see that. So just think pink in the middle. And I actually am thinking I might do a little collar for her or something on this one. So I'm doing that. And then for her head, I'm going to use the Yarn Bee Fresh Haven in Ivory. Is what I'm thinking. This is lyocell. So it is a plant fiber, I think. And so I felt like that would be a good match. I couldn't do straight up white, which is what I usually do for my bunnies, but I felt like white with the cream on this would look weird. I don't know, what do you think? I think
that looks really good.
I think this looks really good. And I like the cotton. It's durable and
Yeah.
holds up to washing. The cotton I'm using on this also is good for washing and everything. All of these are washable. And that's why I choose the yarns that I choose. And I even throw, with this yarn, it's a little bit more of a scratchy yarn, fresh off the skein. So what I did was after it was completely done, I washed it with fabric softener. I ran it through the wash with fabric softener, and it softens it. And the more it gets washed and loved and used, the softer it gets. But now it's soft. But this one I didn't have to do that with at all because it was so soft to begin with, like you can feel.
Ooh,
it's buttery.
I love that.
And the same with this one I washed. I've got another Lovey Bunny I'm doing, and this is gonna be her skirt.
I love that.
And I've made one this colorway before, and oh my goodness, I think I have. Did I do one already? A second? No, I haven't. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I forgot. I did do one. I sold her. But she's basically this color, and she'll have arms. And I think this one I'm going to do arms for too.
Oh, cool.
So, and this one was a really soft yarn. You just don't know, because some of them are softer to begin with. But what I've been doing is I've been washing the ones that aren't soft from the skein just to be sure, before I start attaching the body parts and stuff.
Yes.
And using a dryer sheet with them. And that way they're super soft and also clean, before they're sold. So
It's beautiful.
Sarah, that's the thing though, is Sarah loves hers so much. And in fact, when she sees me working on these, she saw the little balls on this one and she was like, bunny, bun. She thought it was hers, and she started to cry, and I was like, honey, yours is right over here. And I had to go get hers so that she'd see it. And then she was fine. But she just loves it so much, and I enjoyed making it. And then I was like, well, why don't I make more? And so that's what I've been doing. And I just love, it's small enough that I can choose a different color easily, and I can be ADD and choose color schemes. And I'm having so much fun choosing different themed skirts, and like the 4th of July one of this, and then a lemonade one of this. So I'm having fun with it.
That's awesome.
So that's one of the things that I'm working on. And I also still have the willow tea towel. I put this down for a little while. My head got tired. It's a lot, and I haven't blocked or washed it yet. And I'm honestly wondering if I need to take it out. I know if it's not yes, it's no, right? Like, that's my theme. If I'm not in love with it, then it's a no. I need to take it off the needles and I need to start again. There's so much time put into this though. And I don't know, because it's cotton, if some of the weirdness in the middle is going to shrink up and block out and be pretty or not. So I'm struggling with that. This is the willow tea towel. I really like the pattern, but it does take a lot of mental concentration for me. And this is the second time I've done this, and I had ripped it out at once before. And I'm really wondering if it's just whenever I block it, it'll be fine. I don't know.
It's really pretty. I don't think you should rip it out.
I think the problems that I'm seeing when I'm looking up close to the stitches, I didn't miss a stitch and I didn't do a stitch incorrectly. So I'm thinking it's just the way that my gauge maybe gauge shifted just a little bit here and there, or maybe I adjusted my needles in certain spots. And then once I wash it and block it, it'll probably block out, which is what I'm hoping for. So I think normally I would say if it's not a yes, it's a no.
You should keep going.
But I think I'm gonna keep going and see how it blocks out before, well, by then it's gonna be done. I can't go back, but by then I think it should be okay. And if not, worst case scenario, I have a dish towel from my house. It's not like it's being gifted to somebody or sold or anything like that.
It's really pretty. You should just keep going.
I think I will. Okay, you've convinced me. I will try. I will say this cotton that I'm using, it's by Knit Picks, the worsted weight dishy. And this cotton is so flippin' soft.
Yeah.
I am
wow.
in love with it. And the
awesome.
color is beautiful. And I've got several more skeins, and I would do this I would use this a million times over. So the
Yeah.
yarn has been wonderful. The pattern is wonderful. I just don't think I was ready for the mental exhaustion that it would cause me. So that's that.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you working on currently?
So I haven't cast on yet, but I dyed this sock yarn of, I'm gonna work on some of the Crazy Sock Ladies socks.
Yay, I've got you on the bandwagon.
Let me try this one. I dyed up this sock yarn.
Got her starting with my hair is like way out here. Okay, we're good. We're all good.
This is a fade sock yarn. So these colors that you see, the first color that you're going to cast on is this dark red color, maroonish color.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to
pretty.
go to the mauve color and then the periwinkle kind of color.
Yes.
So it's all going to fade into each other. And I have two sets here.
And you dyed them up.
I dyed them up.
You should be so proud because they're so pretty.
I really am happy with this because
You've been wanting to do that tonal. It's not tonal. What is it
it's
called?
fade.
Fade.
So
You've been
they're
wanting
just
to do
gonna
that for a while.
gradually fade into each color, and I'm so proud of these because in total, these probably took me 8 hours to do,
Oh my gosh.
and they're the most difficult thing I've ever dyed. The colors are easy, but it just takes a lot of time.
Okay, so what did you do? How did you go about dyeing it?
Excuse me.
Took your own breath away?
Yes. Hold on.
I really like the colors you chose for that fade. So it's going to be like
Thank
blocks
you.
of color, right?
Yes.
That will slowly kind of ombre? Okay.
And they should match
I've
up.
not really knit with something like that
equally.
before. Okay.
And it just takes a lot of time because you have to weigh the skeins out. They're equally, this is going to be a small
So
pair
is
of
this
socks.
50?
It's about 40 grams each.
40 grams each. Okay.
Excuse me.
I just like them. They're just like, they're fun. They're fun sized.
So,
They're so cute.
and hopefully it'll work out.
They're so
and if
cute.
it works out how I'm hoping, there are going to be more colors to come because
Beautiful.
it's like my favorite thing right now.
What colors would you like to fade in the future?
I want to play around with some aqua and
Aqua would be pretty. And pink.
aqua,
Ooh, you
like
should do
hot pink,
Yes.
and like a purple. I'm all about all the colors.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
that's what I'm going to be.
It matches your
casting
outfit too.
on.
We kind of matched tonight.
And
Did not plan this.
This is not named after a Taylor Swift song, but I named these Juniper.
Juniper.
So that's what I'm going to be casting on. And then I have one other thing I'm going to be casting on that I got an order for. And you actually got me this book for my birthday. It's Peek-a-Pal.
I love her stuff.
And that's amigurumi. And I got an order to do this.
I haven't actually made anything from the book I have. I've got the Peek-a-Pal too.
No!
And that's why I got her this one because they're so adorable, but I've not made one.
This Jack Russell dog. So it calls for some yarn, off-white, brown, black, and blue. I have to go to the store and get black yarn, but I have all of these colors so far.
That'll be good.
So I may change the blue up
Mm-hmm.
just because I feel like this is a little loud.
The blue that I have for my Lovey Bunny, that navy-ish blue,
Yes, that would go good.
I've got plenty of that if you want some.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
So that's what I'm working
We're so formal here.
And,
Why, thank you.
If you haven't checked out this book, she has a couple books, but it's called Peek-a-Pal.
I got this on Amazon,
You need to
so
check
it's
it
easy to
out.
find.
I
And the
mean,
Peek-a-Pal too is easy to find. And it's got
just-
such
Let me see if I can find the
cute.
middle
I think her
page.
colors are what sets her apart
There it
too.
is.
She's chosen some really good colors. I love that little the little bat is really cute.
Yes.
And this makes me think of Lionel Crocodile.
I love the dinosaur, the dragon.
Yeah. You love dragons? No way. I like the toad because it reminds me of Frog and Toad.
The
Arnold
toad.
LaBelle.
Where's the toad?
Right
There
here.
it is.
Do you know Arnold LaBelle? Frog and Toad?
I don't.
Oh my gosh. It's fabulous.
So.
I failed you as a friend.
No, you didn't.
I'll
will
introduce
check it out.
you.
I'll check it out.
You gotta check it out. It's like childhood classic. Come on now.
But that's what I'm working on, or about to be working on. What do you have in the works?
Well, I've got to finish these little loveys. I'm really hoping to get a good ways on this one tonight. Market prep. I am doing something pretty cool. One of my friends on Instagram, she's out of North Carolina, Ivory and Iris Company, I think is her name on there. She had reached out in her stories saying she would love to have like a pen pal type friendship, but with yarn involved. And so I messaged her back and I was like, that would be fabulous. Do you want to do it? And so she and I are going to be, well, we've already exchanged, addresses and all of that. And we set a $10 limit for the yarn because I was like, it has to be budget friendly, and we're just doing it once a month. And so we write a little letter to each other, and
Aww.
I sent her the yarn that I used on Sarah's Lovey Bunny. It's this blush pink cotton, because that's what I asked what kind of yarn she preferred, and that's what she preferred, was the blush pink, or not blush pink, cotton yarns. She said, wait, 3 or 4. And so, because she does a lot of amigurumi, and you should check out her stuff. It's really cute. And so I was like, okay. And I went down to Loopville, our local yarn shop here in Knoxville, and got that, a cotton yarn. I can't think of the name. I'll have her put it down in the description below, because I really do recommend it. Baracco. That's what it is. Never mind. Baracco.
It's a beautiful yarn.
They have really good colors, and I'm sorry, my glasses with the, okay. So anywho, I used that yarn in so many things when I was pregnant with Sarah to make her gifts. And so I was like, I'll just do a yarn that's really special to me. And that one was it. I made a sweater, one of the first sweaters I ever made, and it was for Sarah out of that. I also used some in her Lovey Bunny, and I used it on something else. I had several things that I used it on. It was just a really special yarn to me. And it's affordable too. And and it's exactly $10. So I was like, that's perfect. So I sent her that and one of my stickers that I made, the You Are Enough sticker. And then she sent me back with her card a little sticker she had made. And this yarn, and it's just scrumptious. It is so squishy. The squish factor on this is just amazing. And I'll read it. It's Blue Sky, which I've been looking at. Alpaca, Blue Sky alpacas, Surrey Merino. Is 60% baby Surrey.
Wow.
What is that? Do you know? She's the yarn person. You're not a big alpaca person.
I think it's a sheep.
Is it? Okay. And then 40% merino. And so it is a lay flat to dry type of thing, and be very mindful of that. No twisting or anything. It's 100 grams. It's perfect. And I have the perfect hat pattern that I'm going to use with it. So from Needles and Love, I think that's Needles and Love on Etsy. I had bought the coffee beanie, and it came with an adult size and a child size hat. And so I have a pink yarn that I'm going to use for myself, I think, because it was a little bit more weight or yardage, and I thought I would have enough of that for me to have a hat. And then I think I'm going to make Sarah a hat with this, and I'm hoping it'll be good with that. I think it's going to be perfect,
It'll
honestly.
be so soft.
I'm really
on her.
excited. I was so excited to get this in the
That's
mail
so
and just to
pretty.
have somebody somewhere out there in the universe that, yeah, it's just super soft. So, but yeah, I was super excited just to kind of have like a little yarn community that
Yeah, definitely.
I've got on Instagram, and have a friend that, you know, once in a while you make a true friendship, and I really feel like that's what we have. And her card was so sweet, and so I'm looking forward to doing that with her in future months. And
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll pick for her next month, but I'll let you know if you're interested. So I think that's something that if you can get into that would be awesome. So of course you have to trust who is on the other end. She and I had been communicating well before that, so it wasn't just like a random, hey, I trust you
person.
and I'm going to ship this to you and then I hope I get something. I mean, like, we had a good communication before that.
That's
so
good. That's good.
But that's about what I got.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, and I did want to say, while I was there picking out the yarn for hers, I found, and I've never seen it before, and I'm really excited, and I got 2 skeins, but I'm just going to show you this one because it's sitting here.
Oh.
It's Bamboo Pop sock, and I've never seen Bamboo Pop have their own sock yarn.
Nice.
I've made stuff like a hat with their cotton yarn. This is meant for socks. So it's striping. It's beautiful. And I have never done socks with cotton yarn.
Super soft.
It is super soft. Feel that.
Wow.
It is 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, and 8% PBT. I don't know what that is. But I got this at Loopville too. And I'm excited to see. This one's called High Tide.
It's really
It's the
pretty.
color of it. And it's affordable. It was $8.80. So
That's really good.
I'm really interested to see how this knits up. We shall see. But I am planning on doing a pair of socks for my mom, maybe for her birthday. That might be a little ambitious. It might be a Christmas gift. She was shooting for her birthday when she came to visit the last time she was here. And I was like, we'll see. I don't know. Her foot's smaller than mine, so I think I'm going to have to gauge down to a size 0 in needles. But okay, that really is the last thing that I'm looking at making. So, do you have anything
Cool.
else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Do you have anything to chatter about, or I've chattered myself.
No.
You work at a fair.
Oh, yes. So I am the superintendent of the Tennessee Valley Fair here at the Sheep Show. And
I think that's so cool.
Run the Sheep Show every September. And
You know your sheep.
everyone comes through. I grew up on a farm,
Mm-hmm.
and I raised a lot of animals, but specifically sheep. And so I know a lot about sheep, and that's how I kind of got roped into doing the fair.
Yeah.
They're like, who's gonna run the sheep show? We'll call Erin. I was like, okay.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
So are
love
you
it.
judging this year at all,
I'm
or
not judging.
because you did last year, right?
The couple of years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last year it got canceled,
and-
right?
Yeah,
'Cause of
COVID,
everything. Okay.
It got canceled because of COVID.
But the year
and
before,
I was able to judge.
You judged.
1 year.
I think
a
it was the year
junior-
before.
A junior show.
Yeah.
And that was super fun. I didn't have to give reasons. So, yes. That's where you have to like stand up in front of the crowd and like tell
That
why
sounds
you
intimidating.
placed the sheep where you did.
Oh man,
on
that
a
sounds really
speaker.
intimidating. Yeah.
And I
Oh, on a speaker.
like the whole place hears you. So, but yeah, it's super fun, and if you're in Tennessee, you should come check it out. Check out the sheep. We have a wool show too, and you can actually watch while it's being judged, and the judge will tell you like why he's placing or she's placing the wool where it's at.
That's
And you can
awesome.
actually see how it's, how it's processed and everything. And this year I think we're doing a sharing demonstration.
Oh,
So
okay.
people can actually see the sharing.
I might have to bring Sarah
see
to
the wool.
the
Yeah.
The fair.
Yeah, definitely. And so, yeah.
We're doing
That's
all
what's
the
going
things
on.
with the baby now that everything's getting a little bit better here.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like so nice.
It's really refreshing.
Took her to the pool the other day. That was the first time that she's been
nice.
to a pool.
bet she
Well,
loved
she
it.
went last year. She's so small, she couldn't remember that. So this was her first time, and she didn't know what to think at first. And then she warmed up, and she was fine. She loved it. And,
I bet she loved it.
yeah, she had fun splashing around. So we're just enjoying the summer stuff right now, and slowly but surely I'm trying to work on things for the fall, but it's fun. I'm kind of already ready for the fall though, and
Me too. Like,
I'm trying to temper that and just enjoy the season I'm in, but it's so hard.
I'm already like looking at my fall clothes and
like longingly.
have apple cinnamon scents going.
I hear that hello song from Adele when I'm looking at my sweaters and my cardigans
Yes,
in the
exactly.
closet, and I'm like, hello from the other side.
Exactly.
I still wear the, luckily my husband keeps it nice and chilly in the house. And so it's kind of like its own fall atmosphere in here. The problem is when I step outside
It's really
to walk
hot.
the dog, and then
Yeah.
I'm like dressed in like gear for fall, and then I walk outside and it's like 90-degree weather, and my body does not know what to think about that.
I feel
and
that.
I'm like miserable.
I feel
And it's
that.
like you have to dress. How do you dress for two? So it's lots of layers.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I'm very fortunate to have that problem. That's like first world problems. Like,
well, yeah.
I'm lucky to be able to have air conditioning, keep it so cold inside. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a challenge.
It's just good. It's good. You can have like fall atmosphere inside anytime you want.
Yeah, and we're here for it
All the time.
all the time.
All
Fall every day.
the time. Fall, y'all.
Oh man, we should probably head off now.
Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button.
Give it a thumbs up.
And
Like
stay
it,
tuned.
subscribe it.
And
We're official because we said those things.
We're official. But
Peace.
yeah, if you guys like this video, please stay tuned because we're gonna have another one coming soon. So
Yeah,
hope
right
you
now
guys-
we're shooting for every other week
Yep.
a video. So
But so yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and we'll catch you next time.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.